In this episode, I go over my top 5 picks for New Comic Book Day coming out next week, May 11th, 2022. What's going on, everybody? Justin here, aka No Good Comics, and welcome back to the channel. In this episode, I'm going over my top 5 picks for New Comic Book Day coming out next week, May 11th, 2022. So if you're here for that, make sure you smash the like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and a big shout out to everybody who is in the premiere chat right now. Of course, these videos always premiere on Thursday at 12:30 Eastern, so I appreciate people taking the time to hang out with me during my lunch, or if you're watching this on your own time, I appreciate you just taking the time to watch in general. Of course, the way I break this whole thing down, I'm going to go over my honorable mentions for next week, right? Things that I couldn't squeeze into my top 5, just a couple of issues. And then, of course, I will go over my top 5 picks that I'm looking forward to most. And then I will follow up and finish with my cover buy of the week because, you know, I got to have one of those. But before I get into all that, I do have a question of the week, and that is this. What is your favorite way to read comics? So whether it is by single issues or trade paperbacks, maybe you read omnibus, any of those types of collections or single issues. We could even throw in digital reading if you want to do that as well. I'm just curious kind of where you stand with that. So how do you read your comics, or what's your favorite way to read comics? Leave a comment in the comment section below. Let me know your answer. I will highlight some of those answers on my Wednesday videos that come out on the following week. So keep an eye out for those as well. And I appreciate everybody who always drops a comment anyways. So let's get into these honorable mentions here. And we're going to kick it off first with Bunny Mask, The Hollow Inside, issue number 1. I was very excited to see that Bunny Mask is back. It's an Aftershock book. If you guys have not been reading it, the first 4 issues came out middle of last year. I think actually probably earlier, towards the beginning of last year. And it was really great, really creepy, like super creepy. But I really enjoyed it. And so yeah, the writer here, Paul Tobin, he's back. I know they basically took a little hiatus or a little break after the first 4 issues. But they did lead, the way that it left off, it was, you know, hinting that there was going to be more coming. So I'm excited to see that they're back. So I just wanted to kind of mention that one real quick as, you know, not quite making the top 5, but I'm definitely looking forward to it. The other one I wanted to mention was 8 Billion Genies. This is an Image comic book. And, you know, I always mention right away that I'm always trying to at least buy the issue number 1s that come out from Image because I always want to give them a shot. And who knows if it turns into kind of that next saga, right? The other thing that really caught my attention is that Charles Soule is the author for this, and he's done a lot of other great things like Daredevil and Darth Vader, amongst other things. So that definitely caught my attention, something I wanted to make sure that I will definitely at least give a shot to. So that's why I just wanted to throw that as part of my honorable mentions, 8 Billion Genies, issue number 1. And then the other book I wanted to throw in there as a honorable mention is Captain America, Symbol of Truth, issue number 1. I really enjoyed that issue 0, kind of like a one-shot or intro series. I don't know if you guys saw, it came out a couple weeks ago. But yeah, I really enjoyed kind of how that opened things up. We're going to see where the 2 Captain Americas kind of go, because I think they kind of split off from that one opening issue. So this is going to be Sam Wilson's kind of side of things, like I said before. So Symbol of Truth, it looks good. And RB Silva doing the artwork, which I've really got hooked onto RB Silva, the artist, because you know, the stuff that he did with Hickman and House of X, Powers of 10, and some of the other Hickman X-Men stuff. So yeah, really looking forward to that as well. And just want to make sure I mention that. Okay, so with all that being said, let's get into my top 5 picks of the week. And I'm going to start off with number 5, Grimm, issue number 1. This is a Boom Studio published or released book that's coming out here next week. The main thing that I've been really excited about for this is that it's Stephanie Phillips. And if you're not familiar with her, she's doing the writing for this. She's been doing a ton of great work over with the Harley Quinn series, amongst other things that she's done as well. And I really enjoy her style of writing. I'm really looking forward to kind of seeing where she goes with this. I've seen a lot of hype just online with this in general. You know, Boom Studios kind of promoting this and getting it out there. So the other thing that caught my attention is that the artwork is absolutely stunning. So the cover art here and the interior is done by Flaviano Armentero. And not as familiar with Flaviano, but yeah, I mean, it really looks like some stunning stuff. Very very dark kind of vibes that I'm getting from the story in general. It's a very short description, which I kind of like. It just says Jessica Harrow is dead, but her journey has only just begun. So I don't know. It kind of looks like she's like the Grim Reaper of death, you know, type of vibe there. So yeah, I'm really looking forward to it. There are a ton of variants that are out there as well, including a really beautiful Jenny Frison cover that I may you know, have to pick up as well. It's not my cover buy of the week, but it's definitely a beautiful cover. So yeah, that is going to be my number 5 pick of the week, Grimm issue number 1. Going into my number 4, let's go over to Marvel. Gonna highlight a little X-Men here. X-Men 11 just coming out here. Jerry Duggan, he's been doing a really great job kind of holding this series down, I think, you know, especially since Hickman has gotten off the X-Men projects, you know, passing it over to Jerry Duggan, who, you know, he's been involved even with when Hickman was writing. He had some of his other series going on. So he's kind of taken over the main series. And I really enjoy where this main series is going. You know, it's giving you little pieces here and there. The lead off of how the last one ended, we're going to, or as it's put here, High Rollers. It says the women of the X-Men are heading to the hottest action in the galaxy, Game World. And at the end of last issue, issue 10, it was, we saw Rocket actually, which was really cool. He was in this little suit and he was, you know, looked like he was like the manager of this kind of like casino, crazy world. So that's kind of where we left off there. I'm looking forward to kind of seeing where that goes from here. And this cover is beautiful. I really enjoy this. The artist, of course, Pepe Larraz. Yeah, he's just been killing it, and he's been with the Hickman stuff as well. You know, I mentioned Silva before. He also was kind of trading back and forth on doing that Hoxbox stuff as well. So he's just been crushing it with all the X titles over the past 2 years. So I'm really excited for that. And yeah, just going to see where it goes from here. But I had to make sure it was on my top 5. So that is my number 4 pick of the week, X-Men issue number 11. Let's see, we're going to go to number 3 now. And this was tough because these next 3 are really close. I mean, they all could be number 1s. I feel like I say that almost every week. But going at my number 3, I'm going to go with the Sandman Universe Nightmare Country issue number 2. This is written by James Tynion. He is the man. I just love his style of writing and everything he does. And this first issue did not, or the issue right before this one did not let me down. I absolutely loved it. Very dark, very creepy. I just had a variant. Let me show you this variant here. Just got this in the mail also for Nightmare Country. This is issue number 1, and this is the Nick Robles variant that has come out if you were a first day member of Tynion's Substack. So just wanted to show that off. Just came in the mail earlier this week. Really like the foily, you know, gold and black style that they're doing here. And of course, this is Corinthian on the front cover here. So if you've read the older Sandman stuff, you know Corinthian. And yeah, I mean, I think that I do think that if you are new to this series in general, that this is still something you can just jump into, especially if you enjoy horror. I think that this is just something you should give a shot to anyways, regardless if you're familiar with the kind of characters or not. You know, Sandman is all based off of, you know, the character Dream. And so that's a lot of the theme is, you know, still carries on with this. So, but yeah, I've just been really excited for the series in general. So, you know, moving and grooving here, seeing issue 2 come out. I feel like issue 1 just came out like 2 weeks ago. So, you know, kind of coming by quick, but I'm not complaining. I'm excited to see kind of where this goes from here. So that's why it is my number 3 on the list, the Sandman Universe Nightmare Country issue number 2. All right, going into my number 2 pick, it's an issue number 1. It's by DC, and it is Jurassic League issue number 1. I really wanted to make this my number 1 pick, and the main reason, and maybe, I don't know, I know some people saw this and were like, what is this? Is this like, you know, dinosaurs, but it's like the DC characters are now dinosaurs and what's going on here. I will tell you right now, it didn't matter to me. It didn't matter to me. And the main reason is because of the writer that is involved with this. And I'm talking about Daniel Warren Johnson. If you're not familiar with Daniel Warren Johnson, you should get familiar with him. His recent work that he's done with like Wonder Woman, Dead Earth, Murder Falcon, which was what I heard was another really great series as well. But yeah, I mean, just reading Wonder Woman, Dead Earth, that won me over. So anything that he does from here on out, I'm down. I'm sold. I will give it a shot. And so that is why I am really excited for this, regardless of what we're looking at right here, which I'm not even quite sure. Yes, it looks like it is the the DC heroes that are kind of dinosaur ish vibes. But yeah, I mean, I'm down. So just sign me up. And if you haven't gone back and read any of his work, I definitely recommend checking that out because it's game changer. And I'm still going back and catching up on some other things that he's done. But really, really enjoying that. If you haven't read Wonder Woman Dead Earth, definitely go check that out. But that's going to be my number 2 pick of the week, Jurassic League issue number 1 by Daniel Warren Johnson. All right, let's see. Before I get into my number 1 pick, again, I just want to remind everybody to take a moment, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I appreciate everybody who's hanging out here in the premiere chat. Also want to remind you that I do have my question of the week, which is, I'll put it right up here on the screen. What is your favorite way to read comic books? So again, depending on, whether you like to read single issues, you like to read omnibus, you like to read trade paperbacks, whatever the vibe is, maybe you are a digital reader, very similar to myself, let me know in the comment section below, and maybe your comment will be featured in my Wednesday video coming out next week. So again, appreciate everybody who's been hanging here. Let's get into my number 1 pick, and I have to go with, it's another Tom Taylor book. I'm sorry, guys. I can't help it. I know I feel like every week it's a Tom Taylor book, but the guy's just putting out so much heat, and I just love every single book that he does. It just makes sense. It's going to happen. I'm predictable. I get it. But I'm going with it. Superman, Son of Kal-El, issue number 11, written by Tom Taylor, and the artwork here, Cyan Torme, who has been fantastic as Cyan has taken over the past like 5 or 6 issues, really just continuing to enjoy this whole ride that we're getting. So there's been some great collaborations with this. We saw a little bit of the crossovers with Nightwing over the past couple issues, things like that. And it's just been really, really well done. I can't wait for more. I just can't wait for more. If you're not reading Superman, Son of Kal-El, I really recommend checking it out. And that's coming from somebody who's never read Superman before. I never really gave Superman a shot before that series came out. And here I am, and it's a number 1 on my list. I just never pictured me kind of being here, but we're here. So, and I will, I always like to clarify this Superman, obviously with the title Son of Kal-El, it is not Kal-El. It is, the Superman that we're reading about here is Jonathan Kent. It's not Clark Kent. So yeah, it's been great though. It's really been great. And, Tom Taylor just continues to kill it. So, that is why it is my number 1 pick of the week, Superman, Son of Kal-El, issue number 11. And don't go away, because I do want to show off my cover buy of the week. And I will tell you right now, this cover buy of the week, it is a curveball when it comes to the series because I'm not reading this series and I really haven't given it a shot. But I will say this series that I'm about to say, I've been kind of eyeing the covers as they've been coming out. They all have been looking really, really good, and I haven't read any of it, but that's just, hey, that's what the cover buy pull is for me, right? So my cover buy of the week goes to Star Wars The Halcyon Legacy, issue number 3, and this is I just thought this was just such a beautiful Anakin and Padme the artwork, and how the blues kind of go into Padme's like shadow on her shoulder. I just love the style of this overall. Let's see, the artist here, let's see, cover art is by Eric M. Geist, or Gist. Not sure, Geist. But either way, I think Eric's been doing all the different variants, or cover A's, I should say, for this. And I do like Star Wars. I don't read a lot of the comics. I like the movies. I like some of the TV shows that they've been doing. I just haven't really given the comics a shot. I was on a little bit of one of the earlier series that came out, but this one here I have not given a shot to. But I have been kind of keeping an eye out, because I've really been liking these covers, these cover A's. And this one, I'm putting it as my cover of the week. And yeah, this is coming home with me. I got to pick this up when this comes out. I would just like to have it in my PC. I always say the cover buys of the weeks. I hope that there are a series that I'm reading, but if not, I'll read it anyways. I'll give it a shot. Maybe it's, I've heard good things about the series in general. Obviously it's very fresh still, being only that is issue 3. So But yeah, so there it is. There's my cover buy of the week. And let me know in the comment section if you have a cover buy of the week. I'm curious if there's anything out there that's you're just like, you know what, gotta have it just for the cover, gotta have it. Because I totally get that. Totally there with you. But otherwise, that is it. These are my top picks for my top 5 picks for New Comic Book Day coming out next week, May 11th, 2022. Would love to hear your thoughts on what you're picking up next week. Make sure you leave a comment in the comment section below, as well as, you know, my question of the week and everything else. So appreciate everybody here that's in the premiere chat right now as well. Shout out to you. Make sure you smash the like button on the way out. And until next time, I will talk to you later.